Now, it's difficult to follow Franco. He's too good. Right? He set up a high standard. And now I'm stretching my hand, trying to figure out what am I going to do. Okay. Because I'm so different from Franco. I'm more or less, my background is I'm a scientist. Right? So what Franco talked about, I couldn't do it.
His background is a scientist.
I work with energy. I fool around with energy because I can see energy. Right? For those people who know me,
you can see energy.
When they come to ask me, look at me. And I just look. And I see blockages. Right? So all I have to do is clear them. Now, how we can do it and why you can't do it, that's no different. Actually, all of us can. Depends on your energy level. If your energy level is below 200, you won't be able to do anything. Right? If you're above 200, you're okay. The higher you go, the more power you have. Now, so we can do some testing, see where you are. If you look at your next person sitting right next to you and command, open your heart. See whether that works. Right? Just this way, simple. Just look at your next door neighbor. Right? Just look at them and say, open your heart. Just try it. If you can manage to open their heart, because they can feel it. When you say open your heart, they can actually feel this is opening. Right? So if you can do that, you are above 200. But if your next door neighbor say, no, I don't feel anything, then you know you're in trouble. You need some work to do here today. Okay? That's why we're here today, to fool around. Right?
Fool around.
Okay? Now you know where you are, where you stand in this scale. Okay? Now, especially today, I wasn't joking. I woke up this morning, I was shaking. Now, I know the energy is here. Right? And I spent some time sitting at the back there and tried to move the energy here. It's pretty good. The problem when Franco say inviting all the friends here, I was in trouble. So many people tapping me on my shoulders back there. I was crying. Because they're all asking for help. Right? So we are here to help them too. Okay, now, if you can't open your next door neighbor's heart, that means you're really below here, 200. Okay? Now, the one way to bring yourself up is call 528. 528 is right up here. Right?
The picture looks like a tornado with rainbow colors. You go up the tornado, the big stop. 528.
People may not be resonant with 528. 528 you can consider as a channel, a radio station. You have to tune it, but some people may not. Some people may different channels. So if you call 528 and you don't feel the vibration within you, you may call 500, 510, 512. Find that frequency. Okay? Now let's try that. Let's just call 528. And if you can feel the vibration, that you are tuned into this station.
Glory.
Right? Because I only work with 528. But if you are not, let me know. Scream out and say what your frequency. I can bring it in. So what frequency are you in? Or 500 and see what happens. How many is not vibrating with 528? Okay. 500? Do you call 500? Just call 500. I didn't want you to stay at below here. I want you to bring you all the way up there if I can. Right? 500? Anybody 500? 510? Okay, you're 500. I have to include you. Yeah. Okay? Nothing? allow me to reset the dial? Okay. You're okay at 528. Call it again. Now, who else is not? Vibration. You have to sit there and vibrate. Yeah, you also react, but that means you're within the 500 range, but you are not actually vibrating at 528. That's why you turn on the radio, right? If you're not exactly that frequency, you can still hear something. Right? But that's not what we want to achieve today. Right?
James Fu is adjusting the energies in the room. If they're not above 528, that's the love frequency. So say that aloud to yourself. 528. If you feel the vibration, just go into your heart. You'll know yes or no. And if you're less than that, just intend that James will just readjust your energy, or the universe. Thank you, or God, right?
You're at 510. You refuse to go 528. Yes, you're okay.
And by the way, you hear the music in the background. That's the 528 frequency. It's adjusting us too.
500. You said at 400. Okay. Otherwise, we're here all day. I'm getting a little bit hungry too. Okay. Who else? I will reset you. You're at 528 now. Okay. All right. Let me reset everybody in general to 528.
There you go, James.
Who's on this side? It's not. Except for 528. Yes, you are at the lady there, yeah. It's strange frequency. You're set at 505. Right? So when you call 505, you will vibrate. Let's call 505. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're vibrating at 505.
So those who don't know, the frequency of numbers, when you call it, has a frequency. 528 is the frequency of love. So if you're below that, we're just trying to help ourselves raise our frequencies. So just call 528. Just so you know, the numbers are frequencies, because we're energy. It's adjusting our energy to less denser energy coming out of dense energy. Okay.
Okay. Everybody else is reset at 528. Now remember your own frequency. Okay? Now, why? Now because you're all reset at 528, try again. See whether your next door neighbor can open their heart. It's called open heart.
Woo! Wow.
You have nobody to test? Okay, you test with me then. All right? Yeah, just test out with me. 5-2. Now you're at 5-8. Just say open your heart. Yeah, it's open. Yeah, it's working. Yeah? Now, why we need that? Now, let me reset all you guys to 100. Not much fun. We're here supposed to have fun, right? You feel the difference when I reset you guys to 100. Then you see how sad you will be. Then I reset you to 528. You'll be happy like hell. Oh boy, I should have reset you guys to 100 before. Okay, Now we're 528. By the time you move, you stand up and shake, you lost the frequency. Right? Because I just set you guys up to 528. The problem is how are you going to keep it? And what can we do with 528 frequency? Now, in the internet, they talk a lot about 528. Right? We all come with different angles. I arrived at the same number by going through I Ching, the book that the Chinese always study about energy, about the universe. I Ching is talk about the changes. Right? From there, then I use the quantum mathematics. As I told you, I'm a scientist before. And then we arrive at the same numbers. Now, when you look at 528, 528 is very stable. If you have different frequencies, that I haven't go into the study of the other frequencies, like 510, 500, 512, 505. They all with different frequencies coming in for different purposes. But 528 is really for healing. Right? Love. They talk about love, but there's more to it. The love frequency is actually is a healing frequency. So when you call 528, if you hurt somewhere, if you have a bad organ, it's just 528, fix that organ. Like use your own language, your thinking, what you need. The 528 is the command. You can command it. Okay? Like you try those. See what you need. You can try that yourself and let me know. I'm just here. Okay. Now, that's why when you try open your heart, actually what happens is you command all the cells, your heart cell, to actually expand. When they expand, your membranes expand, so they can take on more oxygen to fix you up. At the same time, you release whatever you have in there is out. Okay? Now let's try again. 528, open heart. All right? Okay? You have to call 400. Call 400, open heart. Right? Your heart is open with 400. 528 doesn't help you. Okay? Now, for those who want to see your own organs, here we go. Right? There's a separate frequency. It's 528 plus a little bit more stuff. Now, 528, 3396, 6693. How you feel? Is what actually opened the the third and the fourth strand of DNA to allow you to see.
Okay, I gotta reset this. Sorry, guys. Get out of here.
Okay, let me bring you guys back to here. Now, how many can see? No. Okay. Yeah, you can. You're very good at that too, because your soul is calling you. Okay. Now, if you can't, don't worry about it. Just call 528 open or 5286. Now, let's do a general. Call 528 normalize. Find the energy actually running from the top of your head. Yeah. 528 normalize. Now, if you have some physical issues or some sickness, pay a little bit more attention to that area. You see the energy actually running there. Actually give you the vibration there. Feeling good? Okay. Now, what we're now talking about is how do we keep the 5 to 8 frequency, or even higher. So, do you want to try higher frequency than 5 to 8?
Yeah.
Okay. No, the next one is 852. Now, when we look at the numbers, 5 to 8, it adds up as 6. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 8 is 16. 16 become 1 plus 6 is equal to, no. Now 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. Right? So 6 is a label. It's a stable level. Right? So you have to use that one to flip around. Now, so that's why the next string is, the next level up is 852. You move the 8 to the front, and then map right here into your third eye. That's the frequency for your third eye. Okay? So we call 852.
852.
Close your eyes and look, see what you see here. 852.
852.
Do you see a circle?
Eight, 5, 2. 8, 5, 2. 8, 5, 2.
If not, just call 852. I want to see the circle.
2. I want to see the circle.
Now that circle is what we so call the hypotunnel. It's a hypotunnel that allows you to communicate. Right?
I'm playing the 852 frequency in the background now. Eight, 5, 2. 8, 5, 2.
Just keep calling 852.
8, 5, 8, 5, 8, 5.
I'm sure all of you can see a circle, but maybe with different colors. Now, if you move your head slightly, you'll see the tunnel. You see circle really look like a tunnel. That's how you know you can communicate, or they communicate with you. The more stable you are, that circle doesn't move. Otherwise, that circle keep moving in your forehead. If you find it's moving, let's call 528. Tell them to stable. Don't move. 852 allows you to see that tunnel. 528 allows you to tell them to, because it's a command, you can command it to stable. Don't move. So you can see clearly. So you can receive messages properly. Okay? Good. Everybody okay? I see a lot of people doing that. Oh. Okay. Fun? Yeah? Now, if you want, yes, ma'am. Okay, that's good. But you have to see the circle because it's the message coming from there. Okay, but at least you start to open this up. Okay, now there's a lot of fun thing you can do from here. Right? Now, usually I tell people, okay, once you see that once it's stable, tell them to come to you because you want to jump in. We want you to go somewhere that you've never done before, right? But make sure you're coming back, though. Now, because one way to do that is to release your whatever your desire is. When you jump over, they bring you back to a different universe. You see different things. At the end of that tunnel, usually you will see a temple, or a house, or a castle. That's where you belong. Once you're there, you feel comfortable. You can command anything, right, in that world. And when you're coming back, all your problems resolve. All your emotions disappear. You want to try that? Okay, let's do that. I give you a boost. Just think of the problem that you want to resolve, right, before you go up there. 4528. Get yourself calmed down, and then go 852. Okay, we are fine. Looking at the clock, it's almost 12:30. And I'm looking at people here. It's 12:30, it's lunchtime. So that's why I woke you guys up. No. Do you guys all go back to find your temple or the house? Good. You can come to mine. Okay. You see that color? That's the color that you see. It's right here. Oh, okay. So, we should stay a little bit longer.
The question was, what if you see first purple lights coming into that tunnel?
Now, my experience is this: when you see color bursting, that means your is not calm enough here. So your energy is fluctuating. Try to find it to allow it to stable. So if you have 528, keep calling 528, it becomes stable. See that purple color was stable. Once it's stable, it create that tunnel for you. Now the tunnel is actually, you can see a ring, and then ring within rings. So that's why I say if you turn your head, because you turn, you'll see the tunnel this way. Right? Yeah? Okay? Now, if you look at internet, if you look at people talk about the chakra, right? How the energy works, you see they have things coming out from here going this way. It's exactly the tunnel. That's the tunnel. And that's the tunnel we communicate with, right? Yeah? But from here, now what happens is here, we talk about DNA. You know, DNA is 2 meters long. It's really long. But they all shrink up into a little cell. We can't even look at it this way. 2 meters long. It contains a lot of information. What we see is the past life is there, your current life, and your future life. Now, why I'm going to study those? Because if people, when I see the future life, they are not a good people, then you will see me, yeah, but I never fix them. But if I see the bright future, here we go, we fix them. Right? Okay? Now, basically, you can see that too. If you close your eyes, because the DNA is really, the DNA, the master DNA we're looking for is actually in the pineal gland. It's right here, right at this level. Your DNA will actually shoot all the information out. So if you just keep your head straight and your eyes flip and look, within the first two feet is your past life. The current life is 2 to 4 feet. Right? But if you see a blockage there, you know that things are going to happen, or things already happened that blocking your moving forward. Right? So all you have to do, if you can't see, that's even better. Say clear. That's clear. I just 5 to 8 clear this path. You try that. If you have past history that you have some worries about, some concern with, just have your head straight. Imagine that's a straight line coming out from here. All you have to do is say clear. If you feel something stuck, keep calling. 5 to 8 clear. You'll clear most of your blockages here. Things are going to happen to you. Okay?
Right. Oh, hold on, Ayla. People can't hear you.
Can people see the board? Right? Yes? No? Okay. That's where your pineal gland is. That's hypothalamus. Now that's your third eye. From here, actually shoot out a lot of information. They're repeating. The first 2 feet is the past, everything about your past life. This is the current. And this is the future. Right? And then they repeat. Keep on repeating. Right? Now, what I just said, if you find something here, a black spot, actually on the path, right? Now, let's say this is 100 years, and when you're around 50, things need to happen, or things already happen, that blocking you to see forward. So all you have to do is clear this. So then your life will be much better. Huh?
Yeah, I think earlier you said something about the future. If you see somebody's future that is good,
yes, then I fix them.
You fix them.
Yeah, I fix the sickness.
But if they're good in the future, you say everything's good and
then I fix them. If I see it's bad, if I see black spots here, I won't fix them. I won't fix them. No. That's exposing too much. Yeah. Okay. No. For example, if you are a murderer, we can see that. Right? Even in here, for example, he got a cancer. This murderer got a cancer. Here. At this point, he come to see me. They fix me. I got cancer. But then we see all this is dark. I'm not going to fix him. No matter what he said, I'm not going to fix him. But being polite, I talk something else. I won't touch him here, touch him there, and look at him. Well, I just, okay, you okay. Go home. So watch me. If I do that, you're in trouble. Yes. All right. That's the way I work. Yeah.
Hi, James. I just have a question about the vibrating frequencies.
Yes.
So if it's at the level of 5, is it 548?
528.
528, thank you. And that's at the heart. Like, should you feel it vibrating at the heart? And the 800 number, you would feel it in your head?
Up here.
Okay. So the 800s are always in the head, and then the 500s are in the heart?
No, because if you look at the numbers, now when we look at numbers, there's 528, that's at the heart level. Okay?
Yeah.
Then when you move the 8 to the front, that's at the upper level, up here. When you have the 285, it's really done at what we so-called the dantian, the lower dantian. That's where the energy centers are. So these are the 3 energy centers. So that's where you tune in with that particular frequency. As I say, some people may tune in for 510, like this young man here. If I 510, you vibrate. Look. See the vibration there? Right here. You're at 510. Now, when I do 528, you're stuck. So you're a little bit different from us. Okay? You may belong to with Franco. No, I'm just joking.
So, James, how can we pull someone else up? Like if we can sense that their frequency is lower and we're talking to them in conversation, how can we bring them up as well?
Oh boy. Okay.
And not pull ourselves down.
No, you will not pull yourself down. That's guaranteed. Right? Because it's your natural vibrating frequency. Right? Yeah? Now, how do you tell? As most of you know, I have a strange capability. Right? I can see energy. So when I look at your heart space here, your frequency level already tells me what they are. Right? Because of the color here. Right? Okay? But you can learn. I teach them. No. You call 512. Yeah. Yeah. Any other questions?
I think the question was if you were somebody whose energy is lower, how can you help that person?
Just tell them to call 528.
Let's say that I didn't want to tell them that verbally. Can I do it?
Yes, of course.
Can I communicate?
Absolutely. You just say, you. 528.
Okay, thank you.
That will work. Because it depends your energy level. As I say, if you're below 200, you can't do any of those. If it's above 200, you can. Now, the only difference the difference between 200, 500, 600, and 800 is if you are at 200 level, you can only open yourself, command your own energy. Right? But if you are 400, you can command somebody else. Okay? And that's the only difference. Yes, ma'am.
I will see the electric blue circle, but from that it will change to a very solid electric blue line. Is that the tunnel? So when I meditate, I go into straight electric blue line.
Yes, that's the tunnel, because I can see the tunnel.
Thank you.
Good. Yes, ma'am.
Raise your hand high, please.
Yes.
I'm curious as to how to get that 852. I get glimmers of light, but nothing stabilizes. It just kind of flashes and goes away.
Flashes and go away. So what was the question again?
I want to stabilize that.
Yeah, that's what we say, call 528 to stabilize. Tell them to stabilize.
To stabilize so I don't get the movement.
Okay. Now, you can imagine this as stations, right? 528 can do a lot of work on this physical plane. 528 is allow you to stabilize, allow you to calm down. Because if you call 528, you feel yourself absolutely calm down, right? Once yourself calm down, your brain doesn't go wild, right? So you actually can stabilize your brainwave, and you can see properly, right? Yeah.
Hold on.
I said I think I'm engaging too much in thinking when I'm doing the third eye, and
you are not the only one.
Okay, because it's like I feel like I'm working way too hard. At 528, you're so natural.
Yes.
And okay with me.
Yes.
So just go back to 528 and
528 allow you to calm down.
Okay.
When you calm down, you can see, because when you calm down, your head actually clears.
Okay.
Right? Yeah? Okay. Wow, so many questions. My lunchtime. No. And only there's a question coming from here. Oh, okay.
Hi, James. I didn't see my temple, but what I saw was just so much white light.
Okay.
What does that mean?
That means you went to an open space. You didn't get home.
I didn't get to my temple yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
And then there was one here, and then we'll go back to the front one.
What if you can see a circle or you can see colors? What's the significance if you can't see any of those?
Oh. How do I answer that one? Because I think it's a belief system. You don't believe you can see it. Now, just close your eyes. Okay, here we go. I know something there. Your God, your guy, the so-called guy, right? Is don't allow you to do any of those.
Her circle guide.
Okay. Because they think you may be frightened of knowing so much things.
She's not ready yet.
Your guy actually blocking you.
Guides are blocking her. Not ready yet, in other words.
Okay. Any questions? One from here, one from here. Wow.
Is your hand up?
No, it's fun to ask questions because I learned quite a bit too, right? Just like the lady just asked the question. It never come to my mind if people can't see. Right? So when I find that, right, so come and see me afterwards. Because you may have what we so-call a block. They put, no, what do I call that? I have a name for that. Yeah, okay. No, that was a name for it. I gave it a name. Now, although you can't see the block, because it's a metal plate that they put in, right? To block the energy coming down to you or going out. There's so many of those, right? Now, the reason they put it in, your own soul put it in, because they don't want you to see those. As Franco said, it may not be fun when you know all that stuff. Okay? To see whether I can remove them. And that's also something, depends on the color. Usually come with the silver color. I see most of them is covered with your left eye. Sometimes it's covered here to allow you to even to feel. But you can feel. I don't see your no, it's covered on your right eye. It's not karma. It's got nothing to do with karma. It's just for your own protection. They don't want you to know the future. They don't want you to feel the energy vibration around you. Okay? So they put a blocker here. Yeah. Yeah. Your own protection. Yeah. Okay. Okay. No, so come and see me afterwards. That's the beauty of being here. You can talk to me, you can see me. Right?
Is there any time, you mentioned the 1010 at 285, is there any time that you would use 285 for some particular reason?
Yeah. Now, 285 for us is where most of our energy is there. If you try this one, this is the belly button, 3 fingers, right below the 3 fingers, right on this central axle. Touch that. That's that 285. You feel a pulse? Yes? No? What's the pulse look like? So slow. You're around 50, 52, 53. Second, different heartbeat. The beat is slower. When you are around 50 years old like me, I beat at around 26. I know I'm closer to that end. Right? This is the energy center, 285. Right? So if you call 285, it's getting warm there. Yeah? Because you're putting energy in there, 285, to keep you alive. And that's what we so-called a soul pulse, because it's different frequency. There's 3 fingers down below here. That's at the 285. It's much slower. But for a newborn kid, they're pumping at 72. When you get to 25, 26 years old, it's 50, 56, 57. When you get to my age, you're lucky. I have 26. Okay. All right? That's how we use the 285, to pump it up, to keep you better. Right? Now, the one reason we're pumping energy in here, now, because when we're looking at our famous diagram, the yin-yang, right? The yin-yang here, right? Now, before birth, you are more yin than yang. Yang is only a small part here. Right? Yin is allow you to grow. By the time after birth, it's different. It starts to change. This is after birth. You are more yang and yin. Right? Where does energy store? 285 there. So when you get sick, you start using up this yin. Now the yin for us is to allow you to produce. That's why I have one rule. Never question my wife's decision. Because they're all yin, mostly yin. They're very sensitive. You find that? Women are very sensitive. Boy, if you're late for a minute, she tells you where you've been. Lots of yin. Eh? I know. I know. I surrender. I bow. No, that's the point, right? So when you're calling 285, you're actually pumping this more energy in. Usually when we talk about that, when you're born, you're given $100 and you put it in the bank, but you keep on drawing it, right? You go faster. But if you learn to put 285, you keep putting money back in, or to keep it up. Eh? That's what the 285 is for. Eh?
Can I ask you a question about, you said that if you go through the tunnel and you see a structure, that that's your home and you can come back again.
Yes.
How important is the structure? When I went through, it's all nature and I'm flying and stuff like that. Is that home for me, or do I need to see have a structure built?
No, that's your home too.
It's my home too.
But you haven't found your house yet. Okay. You're on the playing ground. Right? Now, it's also important. If you get in the house, you have to feel that it belongs to you. Usually it belongs to you. But the first thing is, are you alone?
I wasn't alone, and I was flying.
Okay.
Sorry, I wasn't alone, and I was flying with this other person.
Okay. So you are not alone. That's good.
Yeah.
A lot of people find them alone. Well, most of the questions from this side. What happened to this side? Well, I sent here better. Give them better energy. Okay. Question?
I've seen that when I step into the house, and some men take me on his hands and take me out of the house. It means that I also have blood?
No, because you are not allowed to go in yet.
Oh.
You're not there yet. Adrian, what was your experience this time? This poor guy been with me for over 2 years. Every time when we do this, he got kicked out. They allow him to get in. Within seconds, he's out. He finds his own way out. Never stay there.
Yeah, it's always see a city and wandering around the villages and things like that.
Yeah.
I've been in houses, but then next thing I know, I'm back on the street.
Yeah. See, so he's not ready yet. Yeah. So when you actually get into the house or the temple or castle, you are in. You are ready to go in.
I find myself wanting to judge what's happening there. You know, like, and maybe that's what's interfering with my own opening, is I feel a lot of judgment around that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So get rid of it.
And how do I do that? Because that seems to have been, like, happening for many years.
No, you can't. That's all you have to do is 528. You'll get rid of it. Right.
Nobody on this side ever said anything. And I should have had that for a long time.
This side must be shy. Or maybe not enough energy here. Let me energize this side.
I had difficulty even with the tunnel. I would get the rings, centric rings, and they would move, and then they would just go, and I couldn't get back to it.
But you didn't listen to me. I say 528, stay.
I kept trying, and I was having a great deal of difficulty. At one point, I got a light at the end, but I couldn't get there.
Okay, let me stabilize you then. We can try again. Yep, you're okay now. Yeah.
Yes, hi. I've had a very similar experience, just like this lady, where I wasn't able to stabilize it, where I was trying. And is there a reason why?
Yeah. Because you are not stable. As Kim was saying, 5 to 8 will allow you to stabilize. Okay, look, hold on. Yeah, it's shifting. See, your energy is shift. Okay, it's stabilized now. Try that. Any more questions? 5 more minutes. Because I'm hungry too. When I'm hungry, nothing works. No, I'm just joking.
Thank you. So I have a question because I have this weird 505 number.
Yeah.
So when I stabilize, do I do 505 or 528?
505.
Okay. And so when I go to is my number 852? Aha. So what's my number?
I don't know.
Oh, thank you.
I really don't know.
Okay.
Because as I say, I only work with 528. I do a lot of research work on 528.
Okay.
Because why I'm doing it, I notice people are shifting. They're different. Right? Now, yeah, you won't be able to get up there. But did you see the ring though?
I think so. I mean, very subtly.
Yeah.
I think. You tell me, did I?
No. Let me tune you up to 528.
Okay.
Yep, you're okay now. You call 528 and see whether you vibrate. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Does it work? Okay.
James. Just wondering, if someone, let's say, energy level at 300, how can we lift it up and maintain it, keep it up there?
Okay, maintain it is the second part.
Okay.
We just let you feel the fun part of being with high energy level. So what you can do with the high energy and where you can go. Now, you hear a lot of people talking about, okay, they have methods to teach you how to bring wealth in and all that stuff. This is one of the methods. It's more natural. Because you see the tunnel? When you jump through the tunnel, you're in the outer universe. That's where you're coming from. Right? So you're in your house, in your temple. Now, the fun part was I have some students, right? I remember the first time I teach this stuff. And she was so greedy to bring gold bars up there. Back to her home. Right? And then I say, okay, since you have one gold bar, just put it back to me. Right? And what she find, the more she gave the gold bar out, and I said, turn around. When she turned around, the whole wall is gold bar. It's unlimited wealth coming to her. Yeah? Yeah? The more you give, the more you get. Understand that logic?
So we'll learn how to use the 285 as well in the second part to increase the energy.
852. No, the one down here is really for your physical. The 285 is really for your physical. 528 is allow you to tune in. Right now, if you really want to listen to somebody else, 528, just look at them. You'll start to pick up the frequency. So after I said that, don't let me sit down right next to you and be quiet like this. You have to keep talking. Otherwise, I pick up your PIN number. So a lot of times people don't believe me, right? So I say, okay, you just keep talking. Right? Then I sit down and just, okay, this is your PIN number. No, all the magicians do the same thing. They actually pick up your number. Now, I happened to, when David Copperfield was here many years ago, right? Because that time I was working with another great guy. So he introduced me to David Copperfield. I said, look, David, you are not a magician. He said, why? I said, look at your eye. Next time when you go home and look at David Copperfield's video, his eye actually shooting out 2 yellow beams. Right? We'll all do the same thing, but he's stronger. He can move. Look, with 5 to 8, let's just try. It's fun time. All try. If you like to stand up, stand up. Just raise your palm. Hold 5 to 8. 5 to 8. Your arm moves up because you're pumping energy in. 5 to 8. Got that? If you have it straight, have your arms straight and go 5 to 8, it will lift you up. Right? Now, there's no magic that David Copperfield can do things. 5 to 8, you look at your fingers, you make the communication, 5 to 8 fingers. Now, if I move my head, it will move. If I move here, it will move. Because my eyes is telling him. Right? Like that. 5 to 8 fingers. Because you want the communication with your fingers. Right? You hook up there. Now open your eyes and turn your eye. You find it moving. Because of that communication you establish. But that's what David did. So it's no magic. He's actually one of us, the good energy guru. Okay? Then I asked him, I said, why are you calling yourself magician? He said, that's where I make money. If I tell people you talking about energy, he won't be able to make a lot of money. So I want to be him too. But I'm too old to be. He says there's a lot of training to do that. I believe him too. Okay. Any more questions? If not, then we'll have lunch.
Okay. Just one more question. Okay. So when I was doing the 825 to 85, yeah, 852 on this one, I was only seeing like a purple, like fuzzy dot sort of pulsing. I wasn't really seeing a tunnel. And then I sort of saw like a temple, but I didn't really think it was mine.
Okay. You're not there yet.
Am I up?
Yes. Now just scream. Franco, there's another one, just like yesterday. You have a walk-in. And that's this walk-in is a little boy.
Wow.
Okay. So you know Franco well. So let Franco do the work. Okay. You need the microphone.
With the hand up over here.
Oh, finally. On this side.
I'll give it to you.
No. We can put it on the chair when they come back. It's up to you. It's up to you. Okay. You there? Because we haven't talked about the how to keep it there. And anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's keep it.
I had a lot of pressure when I was calling 5 to 8 and trying to find the tunnel. Eventually, when I was calling, going up in 800s, I got it, but it's a lot later. But the pressure stayed, and eventually it moved.
Yeah, once you activate those energy, they keep coming. Now, energy is a stupid thing, and it's also a clever thing, and it's intelligent. Once you start going, you keep going until you tell them to stop. Right? So because you activate it, so you keep coming. right? Until you say stop. Then it will stop. Yeah. It will stop. Basically what happens is when you actually, a lot of us, when we come out of the tunnel, we're actually in the temple, in the house. Now, but when we talk about those, depends your positioning in that environment. You may find yourself flying high up, and people down there, and you know where you are, where your power comes from. Okay? So those are things you have to find out yourself. Yeah.
No, sure, I'm sorry. Then I'm thinking 852. Okay, then I'm thinking 852. The energy starts coming and it's such a pressure down to all my legs. Pressure, vibration. Is this okay?
It's okay. It's okay. Okay? It's good? Okay, what happened is now Antonio is giving out what we so-call the stickers. Right? Now, how we come about the energy paper? Because I'm human too, right? No better, no worse than you. When I got sick, it was really a flu. Didn't feel like practicing meditation, right? So what now? If you don't try to get better, you get worse. Right? So I say, okay, that's no way. So I must be an easier way. I was sat down and say, okay, there must be an easy way. Come on, tell me what to do. Right? Then suddenly I see the paper turn purple, that color. Right? Then I start writing numbers because I mathematically I know some numbers. So I was bringing all those numbers in. If the number is in the right position of that matrix, the color stays. If that color changes, because it's a wrong number. So it took me 2 hours to come up with the energy paper. Now, the energy paper is bringing you up to 396. It's not 528. But the sticker is. When you tape it, it will bring you up to 528. So you can keep it there. Now, we want your body to get used to 528. That's why keep it on. Okay? So your body will. Now, what happens if you lost it? That's easy, because you're already in print. For those who've been with us on Dr. Emoto's seminar, remember the water can remember things? Our blood is water. So actually, when you tape it, they see the numbers, they remember. So all you have to do is just think about that little sticker there. Your energy is back on. The 528 will be back on. Okay? So keep it there. That's because sometimes, look, we try different things. Before we go for lunch, try this. Now, 528 is expand. Now you know your energy is 528.
528, please expand.
That's why energy is a fun thing. You fool around. The more you play around, the more you learn. Right now, call 100.
100.
So you collapse. Right? No, it doesn't come back up because you didn't have the label. Right? Now, just keep calling 528. Now you just keep on expanding. Now suddenly you call 100. You stop with it, and you keep on expanding. That means if your energy always at 528, little thing won't hurt you anymore. Even your cell phone won't hurt you because you're a high frequency. Yeah? All right, this is fun part. Learn, play. Yeah. Okay. So time for lunch.
Why don't we just talk about the position to put the energy sticker on? Why don't we just talk about the position of the energy sticker? For those of you that are watching online, you can do the same thing with the energy paper that you can get on thru.ca or masterpiecelife.com. We just shrank it to make it more convenient for when we're carrying out papers. sticker. Let me talk about where the most effective place to put the sticker.
Where we usually put it is what we so-called the message center. For men, it's easy. The two nipples, the center line here, and then the one finger below. Right, you take it there because you want to receive all messages. That's where we talk about message center. Right, it's here. Now, but if you really pay closer attention to that, this is the sternum, right? And you move up, and you'll find a little flat spot. Take it there. Now, because it's a matrix, that's why I put a triangle to identify this is the right way up. Now, just for fun, hold the sticker, turn it upside down, or turn it sideways. Now, no, turn it sideways. Turn it sideways and see how much energy you're losing. Yeah, turn it up the right way. But if you turn it sideways, it cuts all your energy, so you feel weak. So you have to take the right way. Yeah. Okay? Okay, so this afternoon what we do, I think after lunch is Franco is going to talk a bit more, and I come on about 3:30. Right? 3:30. Now what we do here is to create new set of energy. Right? Because we're all here, we all have different frequencies. So let's create a new set of energy that you can download and use them. Right? There's a lot of fun with that one too. Right? Okay? All right, let's have lunch.
Okay, so just first, thank you to James. Let's have a little round of applause. I love the whistles every time. So lunch will be just under an hour long because we want to make sure we get everything in. So no matter what, it will be wrapping up at 2 o'clock. Please be back in this room sitting down at 2 o'clock. Don't make me have to come and yell at people again. I don't like being a sit-down Nazi. But if I need to be, I will be. So 2 o'clock is when we'll be back in here. The food, we can all move as a team towards that general direction. And if you get lost, feel free to ask myself or anybody else you recognize.
Okay, so they'll be back in, actually 2 o'clock is about 45 minutes from now. So we got a lunch break. So let me open up the line, see if anybody has any comments or any testimony of those practices we did. Here we go. Hold on. Okay, guys, just push *6 to unmute. Come in and say hi. You guys enjoying this so far? I am. Woo! This is awesome.
Hi, Elizabeth. It's Annie.
Oh, hi, Annie. I'm glad you found us.
Yeah. Well, I just think it's so great because, I've been into the 528 and the hertz levels and all, and he's taking it to a totally different level.
Glory.
To integrate it. So many of us, we know about some of these things, but he's actually integrating it in real time for us. And so I'm very appreciative. I didn't get on the real early part. I'll listen to that on recording, I guess.
Yeah, so what they're actually doing, Annie, is, by the way, I'm playing the Hertz 528 in the background as much as I can, and I played some of the 852. But this is the Riding the Wave, Franco, DeNicola, Antonio Higgins, and James Fu. I'm going to have Franco and Antonio on the Diamonds call coming up. I'll try to get James Fu, too. But, we're perfect timing, Annie, because I know you do this work. This group here and the ones intending to be here, that are at work now and stuff, we're actually the ones preparing for the wave that's here today. And so it's really easy to ride the wave when you're in the 528 vibration and beyond. And and we're also streaming this to the collective consciousness that hasn't chosen it yet, doesn't even know about it. And once they get to that point and ready to let go and let it flow, then they can connect into what we're creating today. Isn't this beautiful?
Yeah, it's great. Well, the other thing is I know that, there are periods of time where I go into total 528, especially when I'm doing Reiki with people, and other times when I've been doing really intense meditation with yoga, I've gone into a state of 528 for like 3 days at a time where, wow, when you're in that state, you totally feel love for everyone around you. Even your worst family members that have given you the most difficult time, you look at them and you just feel total unconditional love.
Wow.
When you're totally immersed in that vibration. And
so we're going that collective conscious. I mean, we're going to see that on the streets now, starting just now today, and expanding that. What you just explained. Oh my God, that's awesome.
And it is, and it doesn't matter who it is. You can just feel it. It's like a, and as he was saying, opening up the heart and all. There are people. If you're in tune vibrationally, there are people in your life like that. When I've met them, my heart chakra is totally open and vibrating. The really important people in my life. And that's because the two of you somehow were able to get, elevated onto that 528.
So I can see as all of us working on it now, we're going to go out and go on the streets, we'll do our everyday life. We're at that 528 and above frequency. And when you just walk into the room, you watch the atmosphere change, because when you're at a higher vibration, the lower vibrations have to succumb to the higher vibration, and it changes to your vibration. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. So, and the other thing is, when I constantly get, as a Reiki person,
Okay, you're kind of breaking up a little bit, Annie.
Yeah, sorry, my phone is so terrible, the speakerphone. As a Reiki person, God puts people in my life all the time. And it's the whole thing of following the energy wave. Like when you go into the market or when you're driving on the road. I just did a conference yesterday with Brian DeFlora. I attended one of his teleconferences, and there was a lot of confirmation there too. It's just like when God's saying, no, take that other road. It's because vibrationally he just wants you on a certain vibration. The universe does, and by taking that other road, maybe instead of a straight highway, you're going to maintain a vibration that's for your divine highest good. And you have to constantly be paying attention to that voice that's saying that, because it's pushing you to maintain a certain vibration. And we have a choice every day, just the little things you do. And the other thing is, in terms of, the greater good, like all the times I'm in the market, and, that voice, whatever you want to call it, God, your inner voice, whatever you want to call it, Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, it tells you, walk down that aisle. Don't go the other way. Go there. And you just follow that. And sometimes you run into a person you haven't seen in a long time just because you follow that inner voice. Or I'll come across a handicapped person or a child who I know is sick with leukemia or something really serious. And God is just leading me there and asking, please bless this child, open up their energies to the divine Christ healing energy, to divine Christ, to, Archangel Raphael, whatever God is saying to me at that time. And that's a lot of our mission in life, is to be blessing other people. And it doesn't mean you have to necessarily we're all healers. You don't have to be, we're the conduits for healing. And, you don't have to be energy healer per se to bless people to their highest good. And I always qualify it. I always qualify it to their divine highest good, because I don't want to take away anybody's free choice either.
Yeah, and then I liked in the conference, Jane, I don't know if you were in on it, he introduced the frequency 852, And I was saying that, and he says you should see a circle. And the 852 is the frequency of your third eye opening up, and people are feeling itching and tingling. And so I'm going to practice that. Also, I went in the living room. My 3 grandkids are in there. I had them close their eyes and say 852. They said they saw a circle, and they were telling me other things they were seeing. But, I mean, that's our next step, our third eye is turning on. And when your third eye is on, it's like a TV show. You can tune into other frequencies, other worlds, and into your guides, your angels, and all that. I'm really excited, and that'll guide you in this life, too. And then also, he said in there, and I'm going to try to do a tube chop of this part. When you're seeing energy, and we all are energy seers as we grow, so try the 852. You can actually see, I think he said that your DNA and it spirals, and part of that spiral is your future life, part of it is your past, and part of it is your now life. And then as you're looking down, as you're seeing your own energy, you're looking down and you see like a black spot. There's a blockage in there, which this wave of energy is clearing now as it comes in today and this next 3 months. So if you can get to be that energy seer, you know, ahead of the game kind of, so you see that block, you can just clear that. And I would just say clear it like Cynthia teaches us with the 528. You could say that, or be creative because you're creators. Or you could just, you know, go into that feeling of love, like you're hugging your grandchild and loving it, you know, loving that wound, that program, which that black spot is. It's really incredible here today. Annie, I'm glad you found it.
Yeah. Well, I went on your recording last night for Saturday's call because I was working.
Oh, that's how you found it. I was wondering how you found that. Cool.
Oh, I found it, so that was great. So I decided, okay, I'm going to tune in tomorrow.
And by the way, I'm very, very excited. This is just incredible times just in my life. I watched the video. There's a silent video of the sky and a tree line, probably 2 minutes long, where there's a portal open up and a bunch of ships came in. That was just like last week. Somebody videotaped that, and I found on Facebook. And then along there is that guy, Raymond, from Missouri, who him, his dad, and his grandpa have all been visited by 32 different species, and they've been on ships and stuff, and he has them drawn out pictures. So when I watched that video, I actually was watching it in between on the Thursday night call that we listened to, Annie, and I got to the end of it, and I said, I got to get a hold of this guy. And I emailed him that night before I went to bed. When I woke up in the morning, I was up for probably half an hour. I get a call. It was him. We had an awesome discussion, and he's coming on the Diamond Show on October 4th. I mean, just emailed him like 4 hours, and then he calls me, isn't it? And he's in contact just recently with Tolik and Tanath from the Silver Legion. We're all just coming together. It's just incredible.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you. You know, thank you as always, Elizabeth, for facilitating everything. You know, you've come a long way, baby.
Oh my God, we come a long way, baby. We all have. And I asked Franco. I got that idea because there's a lot of people that just have phones, not internet, or they're strapped for cash. And I asked Franco, is it okay if I host this, if I go on the live stream on the Diamond Show? And he says, oh my God, Elizabeth, you were so. What an awesome idea. He goes, yes, and yeah, go ahead. And if they don't have any money, that's okay. And if they want to donate, they can contribute. And if you guys want to contribute to this as you're expanding and listening, and if you don't have $16, maybe you have a little bit, just hit the donate button on the Diamond's right-hand tab and go from there. And then I promised Franco what I get from this, if any, I'll give it to him because they have a little area because he's having seminars for people to come there live at the Oneness Center. Isn't that a beautiful name? And they have a little pot of money going where people that are really, really feeling led to go, but yet they're strapped for cash, that they have that there. So I'll send that to him to contribute that for us so everybody knows where that's going.
That's great.
Yeah, so we're all really grouping together and working together, co-creating together, cooperating together, loving each other. And becoming supernaturally natural. Thanks, Annie, for coming in. Just keep coming in.
Okay.
So anybody else want to say hi? Just star 6. Any comments, any experiences through the seminar at all? It's beautiful, riding the wave. Otherwise, they're taking their lunch. They'll be back probably now about half an hour. So if you guys need to take a break, go take a break. Feel free. And pass this on. Call your friends. Let them get in on it if they're willing. Okay, so if anybody doesn't have anything else they want to talk about, I will, probably about 15, 20 minutes, I'll put this back on, the 528 hertz frequency for you guys to enjoy and go get a snack or lunch. I got to go make the grandkids some lunch. So I'll see you back in about 15 minutes, and then I'll open up the lines again, okay, guys? Here we go. Actually, I'm going to put it on the 852 frequency. I'm going to change this up a minute. This one says the 852 frequency, third eye visions plus heart opening tones, 852 hertz, returning to spiritual order. So let's listen to some of that. Coming on, guys. I like that one better.
Hello, hello. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. That one's working. Hello, hello. Hello? Is it? I don't hear it. Do you? Hello, hello. What? Someone? Okay. Well, if it's not, as long as it does both sides at the same time. Hello? Okay. Hello? All right. Good work. Hello, hello. Testing. Hello, hello.
Testing. Testing 1.
All right. Okay, I'm still here, you guys. People are just gathering into the room. We're going to continue to listen to the 852 hertz here. A second. I'll be back in 5. Be back in 5.